Thanks for tuning in. In today's video, we're going to talk about how you can utilize AI in your applications, whether that's on Mac or Windows. So stay tuned for the second part as we will go to screen recording. Welcome to today's video. What we're going to do using ChatGPT, we're going to work out the prices of items here and then total it down there. Now, if you never used what's known as VLOOKUPs, HLOOKUPs or XLOOKUPs, which is brand new, they basically look at this list here, think of it as a database. It says this item is valued at this amount, this item is valued at this amount, etc, etc. So you can do it vertically or horizontally, or both if you use this new functionality called XLOOKUP. But a lot of people out there don't know how to do VLOOKUPs and HLOOKUPs, so we are going to just get ChatGPT to do this for us. One thing that would also be useful for those that are not aware is it's worth having a table name, so that no matter how many tabs you got, it's unique. So I'm just going to call this table shopping, and we can either reference that or we can reference the cells. So we've got our prices in P2 to P8, so let's and we've got a table name as well called shopping. So we're going to go to ChatGPT and let's see what we can do with B2 to B9. So we're going to do a search based on the table name first and see what ChatGPT shows us and whether this is possible. Okay, this is interesting. So because the table is dynamic, let's see what happens when we paste this bit of, when I would say code, but a formula into Excel. So let's throw that in. So it works out this is 2, but the order here is not the same as the order here. So let's just throw this in. And rightfully, it has flagged a few not applicables. So the first one, and I did this deliberately, is that if it doesn't match the name correctly, it won't come up correct. So and secondly, because I'm using different orders, let me just sort this A to Z so you can see regardless of which order it is, it's still looking it up. So milk is now down there and so on. If I was to put this as milk, it still works. So let me undo that, and I'm just going to change this to apples. So we've now got 1.2, which is correct. We haven't we've got bananas in there? Nope. So let me just change this to bananas, and I'm just going to add an extra row, bananas, and we'll put the price as 50p because I want to keep all the totals different. And we'll sort this again just to make it obvious, so we can see bananas is now coming up. Likewise, we didn't have crisps or chocolate, so let's put crisps and chocolate in. Here in the UK, what's known as junk food compared to healthy food tends to be cheaper than fruit, which is not a good thing, but we'll just use that as a same reference point. Let's just say crisps are 30p, and likewise chocolate is also 20p. Okay, so we've got our items. Just to keep it the same, let's just use currency. So we've got a total, and we'll set this one to currency as well. So now it would be useful to see what the total is of all of this. Now I could just press this button, but I just want to make sure ChatGPT gives us the total of all these items. So let us, so we've got B2 to B12. Total to B12. Show answer in B13. That's correct. I don't need the rest of the explanation, so let me just throw that in. As you can see, that's done. Okay, and let's just say we forgot one item, so let's get some breakfast. So porridge, if I can spell it correctly, DGE, and I want to, let's just replicate that formula so it goes all the way down there, and here we go. Now one thing I want to do, apologies about the ringtone, just a quick one. So the only thing in here is we've got NAs. So NAs, because we put a formula down all the way down to the bottom, is it doesn't have any information here. So you can either just have an empty value written in here and reference an empty value, or the clever thing to do in Excel is to have an if statement to, say if the A is empty, then just display 0 value. So I'm going to continue with ChatGPT and just get that addition added to the original formula. So let's go back to ChatGPT, and where I asked for the original formula, copy this, paste this, and then say if A2 to A9 is empty, show 0 or blank, or empty text. If error. So there's a couple of things we can do here. It has said we can use an if statement. I'm just going to take this first part just to compare the results. So let's throw this in. And there we go. So if you do get that there is no error, there's no information, you can have it to show empty. So if I delete this, it just shows an empty result. And the second part here said you can use an if statement as well. I do actually prefer this. It looks nicer to me. And therefore it just shows empty text. So depending on what you prefer, you can either have it like this, or you can have the full error message. So when we had it with the other one, I just go back a couple of times, that's what it did look like, where you saw this with if error. So this is how you can use what's known as a vertical lookup, so top to down bottom, and it gets the values and it sums it for you. So that's how you use ChatGPT to help you with an Excel table. And as a reminder, it was good to use a reference, a name, because as we added more items in, we didn't have to change the formula. Otherwise this would have had to change completely. So with tables, ideally utilize names to reference. Hope you found this useful. If you have any questions, drop a comment below, and hopefully we can create some more useful videos with ChatGPT that you can utilize in your day-to-day work.